Right, y'all, welcome back. It's your boy Jahan John Snow, and I'm back with some more boxing. I want to welcome all the viewers to the channel. Please subscribe. Y'all not subscribed yet? Tap that subscribe button for me. Turn the notification bell on for the next video. Rumors, right? I wouldn't say it's a rumor. It got to be real because the guy said it himself that Papoose smacked him with a book, and cracked his nose open. The guy was bleeding, had a split in the middle of his nose. So this comedian, he was basically messing with Pap and Claressa. They was coming out somewhere, somewhere out in public. Maybe they was coming out of the store somewhere, right? He saw these guys and he said, "Let me see if I can get, a prank about Claressa Shields and Papoose," but they wasn't buying it. They wasn't buying it. What I'm hearing what this guy do, right? I guess he on social media with it. He run up on celebrities, right? He run up on celebrities and he'll call the celebrity a different name. Let's say for instance, he'll see Dwight Howard, right? The basketball player. And he'll call Dwight Howard Shaquille O'Neal, knowing that they don't like each other, right? So what he did with Claressa and Papoose, he saw them. What I'm hearing through the grapevine, that he saw them and he was calling them Remy Martin and Easy the Block Captain. This guy was. And Papoose wasn't buying it, and he must have had a book in his hand and cracked the dude right right in his nose with the book, like, "Get away from me. Get away from us, man. Like don't come over here playing," you know what I'm saying? Especially if you calling them Remy Martin. And I'm always saying Remy Martin, y'all. We gonna get to that. If you calling them Remy Martin, right? And Easy the Block Captain, like a lot of people ain't got time to be playing games. You know what I mean? And you just can't play with anybody. And this guy should have knew, right? I'm thinking. I think they said his name was Gerald Huston, something like that. This guy should have knew, right, that he shouldn't have been playing with no Papoose and Claressa Shields, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially, we know Claressa Shields got attitudes for days for you, right? She got that smoke for you. But I'm hearing, what I've been hearing about Pap, throughout the years, even, back in the days, right? Early 2000, late 90s, whatever. That Pap, never had no BI in him. He never was a B, And he don't let nobody just, push him over. He ain't no pushover. You just can't, hold him out. You know what I mean? So dude got smacked playing around with Pap and Claressa Shields. Hey, Papoose ain't playing about no Claressa Shields, man, and he's showing people, right? And I love it. I love it that this man is showing people like, man, y'all ain't finna, because he understand the heat, that Claressa Shields have to take, the things that she got to go through, the backlash, the criticism, you know what I'm saying, and some of everything else, right? There's people talking about her. picking on her. So he understand that. And he like, I ain't finna let nobody mess with her, mess with my queen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect her. And that's what you're supposed to do, because he know the pressure that she gotta deal with. And he see, these things that these people say and do, you know. So it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. But I want to get to another topic. I want to get to the Claressa Shields. I want to get to the Claressa Shields diss. The reason why I say Remy Martin, y'all, because I've been calling her that, for a long time since she first came out, since like early 2000. And I think she was going by that for she started, Remy Martin, then it got cut short to Remy Mar or Remy Ma, and she said she don't mind being called, Remy Ma or Remy Martin. If you Google, Remy Ma, Remy Martin pop up. You Google Remy Martin, Remy Ma pop up. She's under both name, Remy Martin and Remy Ma, but her original rap name, what she go by, is Remy Ma, Um, people is saying that the verse that she dropped on Claressa Shields, a lot of people saying that it's not towards Claressa Shields, right? And a lot of people is saying that, a lot of people got their own opinion about it, but a lot of people saying that the verse is whack, it's garbage. She need Pap to write for her. So I want to give y'all my thoughts, my opinion on how I feel, how I feel about the verse and what I think about the verse, because I'm one of the people that put it on my channel and I'm getting a lot of feedback, not, negative towards me, you know, negative and positive feedback on the video, right? People talking about the situation, the Remy Ma situation, her dropping that verse on Claressa Shields, and people saying that it's whack, the Remy Ma verse. And yes, it's towards Claressa Shields, y'all, because if it wasn't towards Claressa Shields, did Remy Ma come out and say that? She never came out and said that and confirmed that. And everybody's saying this is a diss towards her, right? She ain't coming out saying that. And if it wasn't a diss towards her, why did Claressa Shields, after the verse came out, start blowing up or whatever, after it started, getting known, why did Claressa Shields go to the gun range and show that she had a gun, right? And showed that she was, licensed to carry and all that? If it wasn't towards her, y'all. So Claressa Shields even think the verse is towards her. How I feel about the verse, what I think about it. Is it good? Is it not? Is it hot? Is it trash? A lot of people is saying that, the verse ain't hot, it's trash. A lot of people are saying that she need Papoose. You can tell that Pap not writing for her. Pap didn't write that verse. They saying the verse is weak. I think a lot of people don't understand music, don't know hip hop. A lot of people not knowing the difference between hard bars and a hard verse. Now, the bars wasn't that hard. The metaphors that she used putting the verse together. But the verse was hard. This is my opinion, y'all, my thoughts, what I feel, how I feel about it. The verse was hard. It was put together well, right? I mean, this is Remy Martin. She know how to rap. People is overlooking that she's flowing. She's flowing. The beat is hard, and she's writing the beat. She's writing the beat, and the verse that she put together, it's hot. She just flowing. You know, sometimes you ain't gonna come hard on the beat, right? Sometimes you ain't gonna just come hard on the beat with the bars. Sometimes you just gonna jump on the track and ride that motherfucker and flow. Y'all feel me? And that's what she's doing. So I feel the verse is hot. It's hot. It's a hot beat. The beat is slamming. And Remy Ma, her verse make the beat even slam more, even better. Now, this wasn't no ether type of beat. I mean, no ether type of this song. Like when she went at her Nicki Minaj, when she made that ether, she had help with Pap on that ether, She didn't come hard like that. And she can. I think she can do it without Pap. It's a lot of guys in New York that can flow and write and rap. Not only Papoose, y'all. I hate to say it, but Easy the Block Captain, he got a little something. He got a little flow with him. The guy not whack. He's not whack. So people was forgetting that Remy Martin was good, writing on her own when she wasn't with Pap. She was pretty okay. This is Remy Martin. It ain't too many chicks out here that can rap like her. It's only a handful that can bring it like a dude. I think Remy, Nicki Minaj is one of them. Young and May, one of them. Scarlet Lip, I think that's her name. She's one of them, right? Who else out there? I'm just trying to name the ones that's active right now. Pretty good that can rap. Lotto, she's one of them too. So I do want to say that was clear audio. That was clear audio. So I feel like the verse was hot. It was a hot verse. It wasn't a hard verse, right? It was a hot verse. Remy Ma never confirmed that she wasn't talking about Claressa Shields in this song. She never said that, but everybody's saying that she ain't talking about Claressa Shields. She never said that, and I'm thinking she would never say she wasn't talking about Claressa Shields, right? This is reverse psychology. Think what you want to think. Think what you want to think. And Claressa Shields, right? Why did she put up the pics at the gun range and all that? So she must think it's about her too. Whether Remy Martin was talking about somebody else or not, she ain't gonna say it. She gonna let people think what they want to think because she don't care. She don't care if people think she was talking about Claressa Shields. She gonna use it for publicity. So if she using it for publicity, that means that you talking about her, right? This is what these rappers do. They don't say names. They don't say names, but they know what they doing. They know what they doing. Claressa Shields, dropped a video after that, right? In Flint. She said that she wrote that song she did it with a girl in Flint. She said they wrote that song like a year ago or something like that, right? But you would think that song is towards Remy Martin. You would think it's a respond back to, the Remy Martin, diss towards Claressa Shields. So you would think the one that Claressa did, you would think it's a respond back, right? And that's what people saying, that she responded back to Remy Martin. But Claressa Shields saying that they wrote that song a year ago. But you think Claressa Shields gonna say that song wasn't towards Remy Martin? She not gonna say that. If she wanted to be towards Remy Martin, it's gonna be towards Remy Martin. Because she wrote it a year ago, right? Just because she wrote it a year ago, don't mean that it's not, she can't make it towards her. Y'all get what I'm saying? She can still put the song out, and say, this is how I feel in this song about this chick. The chick who I'm talking about is Remy Ma. She can say, this is how I feel about this chick. So I'm gonna use this song to, reply with. You know what I mean? But just want to break that down to y'all. Remy Martin wrote this verse clearly towards Claressa Shields by saying, you number two, why you mad at the one? So she's not gonna say it's not towards her. She want people to think it was towards her.